live launches where I talked about how it can be a gamble. You're putting all your money in up front to generate leads and then bringing the sale on the back end at the live event or whatever it is you're using to launch. With an evergreen funnel, you can watch your ad spend go out and your sales come in real time. And of course, if it's working, it feels a little bit less stressful than that live launch method. So let's start by talking about what an evergreen funnel is, or even just a funnel in general, right? So a funnel is where someone needs to learn about you at the top. That's called top of funnel. Of course, in this case, they're learning about you through ads. And they enter your world by opting into something free or low cost. In this case, we're talking about a free, what my business coach calls micro class funnel. It's really just a webinar that's pre-recorded. So they're going to see you from your ad. They're going to go to a landing page to put in their name and email to get access to the free webinar. Then they're going to hopefully watch the webinar and get put into an email sequence that sells your offer and usually gives some sort of promo for them to buy within a certain amount of time. That doesn't always have to be the case, but that is what I have found to work for me. So let's talk about why people are saying that this doesn't work anymore. It really comes down to what people are calling the trust recession that we're in the online space, and especially the course creation or online product space, where people need to hear from you, see you live, or in some other capacity other than just from an ad and during a 45-minute training. People are a lot slower to buy things online and especially from ads because most people at this point have been burned in the past by something they bought that is some sort of digital product or from an ad. I have had 2 ways that I've quote unquote jazzed up my evergreen funnel that I think have contributed to the success of it, other than the fact that the offer is bomb. That helps. Okay, so one of those is adding free value into the email follow-up. So this is like a surprise factor because I'm not promising this in my ads or even in the webinar, which you can. But once they enter my email funnel, I'm then injecting some free added value in those emails, which is encouraging them to 1, open the emails, and 2, consume more of my content, get value from more of my digital products, and to continue to build that trust with me, right? So for me, it's things like ad templates that have converted really well for my clients and a budget calculator where they can follow my instructions to put in their own ad stats and figure out how much they should be spending on ads to reach their goals. These are 2 things people are super interested in because they're always wondering how much they should be spending on ads, and they're always wondering what they should post for ads. So when I have in my subject line that they can use this for free, they're bound to open, and a lot of times it comes with a video explanation, and then I'm talking about the program in that video explanation as well. There's so many other things you can do to jazz up your evergreen funnel. I have some other ideas that are less passive, but we obviously need to recognize at this point that there's no such thing as truly passive income anymore, especially if you're really trying to grow and scale. So one of my ideas is to add in a couple call days on my calendar, like maybe once a month or twice a month, even in the same week, blocking off time and adding the book a call link to my emails for people to hop on the phone with me to get that little bit of extra reassurance. I did that actually for my live launch, and almost everybody that I met with ended up buying. So of course, that's a little bit less passive, but you can make it feasible by not just opening up a full calendar and having calls pop up all the time because I'm getting so many leads and so many people through my funnel with my ads on, and just picking specific dates where you block off a couple hours and hold 15-minute calls. Okay, let's talk numbers as far as live launch versus evergreen, because this is going to be the most interesting part. So my live launch did 6.4x return on ad spend. It was obviously a big cash injection, which is why I do these live launches, right? I really think that the combo model is the model for me because I can get these big cash injections and I can still make sales in between. But of course, everyone's goals and lifestyles and things are going to be different. So we had that 6.4x ROAS with the live launch versus my evergreen ads do more around 3x ROAS. So it's less return on ad spend, but it's consistent background revenue. The only thing I'm doing in live time right now is like responding to emails when people have questions, like they're interested in buying. So they're just responding to emails or sending me DMs. And honestly, most of the people who buy aren't even inquiring with me. They're getting a lot of juicy goodness from just the content of the emails, and they're buying. And of course, everyone comes into numbers and things with their own thoughts and ideas. So I actually heard someone scoff at the 3x return on ad spend, and they were saying that's not a good return and it's not worth it. But when you're running evergreen ads, people are coming into your world completely in the background and you're making sales completely in the background. Why would you not put $1 into the machine that's spitting 3 back at you? As far as budget goes with these evergreen ads, I am constantly adding budget every couple days as long as I'm making that 2 to 3x return on ad spend, because the more I spend, the more I make. Okay, so here's why else my evergreen funnel works so well. One, I mentioned this, but the offer is so dialed in. It's very specific. It's a great cost with great deliverables. And it solves an immediate problem for my people. My people need to advertise. They need to do advertising that actually works, and they need to figure it out now. There aren't a lot of people teaching local ads in general, let alone teaching local ads the way I do, which is very simplified, very straightforward, and of course, results driven. The second reason they work so well is because of the ads. So the ad messaging needs to be down to a science in terms of speaking to the right pain points and positioning your offer as the solution they've been missing this whole time. The way I write and create ads is actually different than what a lot of ad managers do. And especially with an evergreen funnel, I tend to write longer ads than what you see a lot of people doing. And there's a reason for that. Of course, I'm not just writing fluff to make it long. I have to take up space to myself and my offer and really get through to my people that I understand them. And you can't do that in 3 lines of ad copy. A lot of people want to do 3 lines of ad copy to bring in as many people as possible because it's not super clear. So a lot of people may be curious if you're positioning things really well, but then you're relying completely on all of your follow-up to do all of the selling. I take a different route, and I do a lot of selling and seeing and hearing my people straight from the ad, so they are already bought in and primed to buy when they click the ad. The webinar and the emails and the sales page are all just icing on the cake. The last reason my funnel converts so well is because of all of the social proof that I have, again, in the ad, on the sales page, and in the email sequence. I have dozens upon dozens of screenshots and videos and stories that I can tell of my clients having success. And people really need to see that now in order to feel comfortable investing in you. So this funnel is definitely finicky. There's a lot of moving parts and pieces, and everything needs to be just right. But when it is such a breath of fresh air to be seeing those sales coming in, like clockwork straight from your ads. Okay, so that's something we can help you with. We don't have to just run your ads. Of course, if you have a well-converting funnel already and you want us just to run ads straight to, that's perfect. We love that too. But we can help you optimize your entire funnel, the emails, the sales page, obviously the ads. Even the landing page needs to have certain things on it in order to make sure that the people who are clicking your ads are actually opting in and you're not losing people there. We can help you map out your webinar, your checkout page, all of the things. So if running ads to an evergreen funnel interests you and having me and my team support your strategy and run them and create them for you, I would love to invite you to book a call with me to talk about done-for-you ad services. This is for someone who already has an evergreen funnel and either just needs it tweaked to get it converting or has one that's already converting and you just need ads to pour fuel on that fire. This is not for somebody who doesn't have any budget to get started because you're not always going to see a return in those first couple days. It can take some time, not too long, obviously. So you've got to have patience. You've got to be ready to make those changes to get things just flowing like butter. Is that a thing? My team and I can audit your entire funnel. We can make tweaks for you, and we will come up with an entire ad strategy, write your ads, create your ads, place your ads, manage your ads, track your stats daily. What are you spending? How many leads are coming in? How many people are purchasing? What's your return on ad spend? What's your conversion rate? All of these things, because that stuff actually helps us know what to do next. I have run ads to evergreen funnels of people selling a $250 course and also to a book a call funnel of somebody selling an $18,000 coaching program. Obviously, different things work for different people, but this is your fastest way to be bringing in leads and making sales on Evergreen. If you just need ads, the cost of our services are $2,500 a month. If you need funnel support, there is an extra fee for that. But the first 3 clients that come in from now through the end of 2025, you are going to get a full funnel audit completely on the house. We'll also only make you commit for 3 months when the normal commitment is going to be 6 months. Please feel free to send me an email, support@NicoleEldridgeMedia.com.